You know, talking about highly anticipated movies, there's a little film coming called Avengers Doomsday.
No.
Some of you may have heard about it. Some pretty big things are supposed to happen. And we all know that there are a couple of people in the MCU who have a reputation for maybe having loose lips. We're all looking at Tom Holland. Well, maybe you might have to add to that little list the venerable Sir Ian McKellen, as he might have just let loose a rather key little plot detail of the upcoming Avengers Doomsday. This comes to us from Screen Rant, who writes the following. During an interview with Jake Hamilton on his YouTube channel, Jake's Takes, the actor Ian McKellen, who portrays the iconic X-Men villain Magneto, my all-time favorite comic book character, accidentally revealed what might be a major sequence in Avengers Doomsday. McKellen stated that he destroyed New Jersey the other day, and immediately after he mentioned that, he said,
"Oops,
I probably shouldn't have said that." All right.
There's nothing you want to hear more from someone talking to a reporter than I probably shouldn't have said that.
Now, I will say this. You guys might remember that a few weeks ago, I had a third-degree joygasm in talking about the upcoming Doomsday, because you guys know that Magneto is not my favorite MCU character, but my overall favorite comic book character of all time. And he remains that to this day. And I was freaking out because I said something along the lines of, oh my God, we get to see Magneto be a total boss and completely wreck shop, is one of the things that I said. Now, I will not speak directly to the exact accuracy of what Ian McKellen said, other than to say it does seem like this was an oopsie slip. I don't think this was a scripted leak. I think this was a legitimate oopsie slip on his part, showing. And Rob, I remember I've said this about Tom Holland in the past. Everybody thinks that the things they don't do must be easy. But when you're doing 25 interviews a day, and some actors are in the process of making 2 or 3 movies at the same time, and you get asked a certain question a certain way, and your head starts going, and then you mention something, and you go, oh my God, I shouldn't have said that. Everybody thinks that's the easiest thing to avoid. It's actually, I'm surprised it doesn't happen more often. I really am. I'm totally surprised it doesn't happen more often. It can happen, even to the best of them, like Ian McKellen. Anyway, Rob, you read this comment from Ian McKellen. What do you make of it? Do you make it a legitimate oopsie slip, or do you make it a scripted leak, as we've seen Marvel do? What's your take on it?
I think he was being rather tongue-in-cheek, to be honest. I mean, everybody is taking this to mean like he destroyed the entire state of New Jersey.
Right.
That is not what happens. and I think, when you're talking about, when you're doing an interview and New Jersey,
speaking figuratively.
Yeah, totally speaking figuratively. And when he said New Jersey, I also think he was being a little tongue in cheek. And I think even when he followed it up with, oh, I shouldn't have said that, I think he was being funny. I don't think it was a scripted leak or anything like that. I think he was just saying, yeah, man, he was telling you that there's a lot of Magneto mayhem in the film, which we can both verify. And maybe more than one scene of that, too. And I think that
Magneto's a boss in this movie.
He's a boss.
Magneto's a total boss in Doomsday.
And I think that he's always been a boss. I mean, it's so I don't, everybody's so I used to like watching Avengers Doomsday theory videos. I'm totally over it. I never want to see another one. I can't. It's just so outlandish and ridiculous. I'm like, it's so bizarre. But this just fueled that fire, John. Now everyone's like, oh my God. But no, I think that what I take from this is Ian McKellen clearly had a ball making Avengers Doomsday. And when he made that crack, he's very proud of the movie. He's probably very proud of his work in it. And it just made me more excited, because I love Ian McKellen. And do you know, John, if you think about it, so this movie comes out the end of 2026.
Comes out in about 10 months. Yeah.
Ian McKellen first played Magneto on screen 26 years ago in X-Men.
Isn't that crazy?
He was 60 when he played Magneto the first time.
Future's ours, Charles, not theirs. Yep. When he said that immortal line.
I mean, now he's 86. He's going to be 86, I think, in July or something. That's insane. Same with Hugh Jackman. I mean, same with, all these
Patrick
guys.
Stewart.
Patrick Stewart. Every X-Man they've been doing it for how long of their lives? I mean, that's crazy. That's more than a quarter of Ian McKellen's life.
Guys, we want to take a second and thank the sponsor of today's episode, PrizePicks. Well, the big game is almost here, and there's no better way to cash in during America's biggest sporting event than with PrizePicks, where it always feels good to be right. With the football season coming to a close, this is your last chance to jump into football action before next year, and PrizePicks is making it easy by giving you $50 instantly in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. What I've always loved about PrizePicks is how simple it is. You're just picking more or less on player projections, building your lineup, and rooting at home while you watch the game. I also really like their early payouts feature. If a player gets off to a hot start, you can cash out before the game even ends. And with the new social feed, you can follow other players, copy lineups that you like, or use them as inspiration for your own. So don't miss out. Download the PrizePicks app today and use the code CAMPEA to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CAMPEA to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. PrizePicks. It's good to be right. All right, guys. Question is for you. What do you think about this? Ian McKellen kind of let a little something slip while doing a live interview about Magneto destroying New Jersey. Do you think it was a legit just kind of slip, or do you think that was all planned? Do you believe him? Whatever you guys think, jump down into the comments section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.